All right, so today, as you can see, we're going to be unboxing the iPhone 13 Pro Max. And the long and short of why I got this phone is because one, it's a great phone, and two, a lot of my family members have the phone. So, in my opinion, Samsung, their flagship, and the Apple iPhone are the top dogs in the cell phone game. You have other good competitors like the Pixel and OnePlus phones, but the Note line, the S20 whatever Ultra, and the iPhone Pro Max are the top dogs. And I know people who have this phone, they really like it. I've had an iPhone before, and so I'm ready to dig into it. So this is how it came. Not much in the way of cushion, and I already dropped this box once before I even opened the phone. So hopefully it's good. I didn't have a pocket knife, and so got this mail opener, but I don't think I'll need it. So we'll go ahead and pull this off. So this is the box here. Looks good. I got the blue color. I just got the base model as far as the memory. I cheaped out on that, but not a cheap phone though. So we'll go ahead and get that opened here. And so with those off, we'll go ahead and lift the box. And there she blows, folks, in all her glory. So we'll go ahead and take the phone out. And so as you can see, you get the cable here, which I'm still lamenting the fact that they don't give you a charger. Like if you give me the cable, like this is halfway there. Just give me the charger and charge me $20, $10 more. That's ridiculous. Because I resell my phones, so I don't have a ton of extra chargers laying around. When you resell your phone, people oftentimes, more often than not, want to know if you have the charger with it. And if so, it makes it easier to sell. You sell it faster. And then also, you get more money for it. So anyway, this is all you get. You know, the little Apple sticker, which in the SIM eject tool. So that's pretty dope. We'll set the phone up later. This is just the unboxing. I'll do a little review later. So right now I'm filming on my LG V60. Prior to this phone, I had the S21 Ultra. I don't know why I got rid of it. I told myself that the V60 was just as much of a good phone, or a lot of the way there. But I decided on this phone. It feels super premium in the hand. I love the color. It's a little bit lighter. It's like a pale sky blue. I did not damage the phone when I dropped it, thankfully. So no cracks here. Looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and peel that off, and voila, here is the phone. Gonna go ahead and smudge it up. I am about to run out and get a case for it. I couldn't decide on cases on Amazon, but this is a very good looking phone. And I will say, I haven't had an iPhone in a while, since the 8 Plus, but I had a friend, she came to my office with this phone, and I immediately noticed these camera bumps and camera, lenses were bigger. I don't know if they just did that for visual effect and the sensor's not that much bigger, but you can definitely tell the difference between this and the 12 and the 11. How much of a difference it makes, I don't know. I just got the newest phone just for so I can have this phone and it'll stand the test of time a little bit longer. So anyway, go ahead and get it booted up, see if it has any power. Hopefully it does, but I don't even have a charger for it, so we may not have any juice in this phone. And it doesn't look like we do. So that'll have to wait till later. But yeah, this is a very, very nice phone. Can't wait to play with it, load everything up on it, and I'll let you guys know what I think. As you probably guessed, it is an excellent phone. And I'm going to start with the things I don't like and then just move into what I do like on the phone. And the things I don't like are very few and far between. Number one, and these are not in any particular order of importance, but number one is the fact that it only comes with this cable. I would rather them charge me an extra $50, $30, $25 and get a fast charger in the box. I don't want to have to go out to the store to get a charger, and I feel like it kind of ruins the experience when I open the phone and I'm like, I got to see if I have a charger laying around. The thing I don't like about this phone is when you're in a newer vehicle and it has wireless charging, you can't charge the iPhone on that charger. So I recently took a trip to Boston We rented a Suburban. It was a 2021 or 2022. It had a wireless charging pad. I think it had more than one. And when I laid the phone down, it wouldn't charge. And I didn't even think about it, but it's because of this camera hump. So the cameras kind of had the phone sitting on the charger at a tilt, and it would not charge. But the third one is going to be wireless Apple CarPlay. So I, again, was on a trip in Boston, and we were in a 2021 or 2022 Chevy Suburban, and it was like the premium upscale version. So it had good electronics and infotainment, and when I connected to wireless Apple CarPlay, there was some lagging and hiccup that were a big inconvenience to us. So we would get in the vehicle, and sometimes you hop in a car and you wait for the directions to load up. You're like, we'll get down the street. Once we get 2 minutes, 1 minute down the street, the phone will be fine. Sometimes this phone was jumping back and forth, and it was speaking directions through the car speakers, but it wasn't showing them on the screen. And when I clicked to have it, show the navigation screen, it wouldn't show it on the Suburban, and it wouldn't show it on my phone. It would just give the verbal directions. And when you're in Boston or a large city and it's telling you stuff at the last minute, it just doesn't work. So I don't know what was going on with that. I did have to do an update on my phone while I was there, but it still didn't clear it up. So I don't know. That may be a fluke. It could have just been that vehicle, but that was a drawback. All right, so now let's get into why I think this is an excellent device. And this kind of goes without saying. You just expect that from a flagship Apple product. And this iPhone 13 Pro Max, starting with the looks, is just very handsome. There's no phone that looks better than this on the market. Even the S22 Ultra, the S21 Ultra. You might say the S21 Ultra looks just as good, but when you see this phone, it looks high quality, it feels high quality, the buttons are very tactile, easy to use, and the layout is really good. I don't know if you can see that, if I can get my phone to focus. So there. So this is the volume up, and this is the volume down, and then this is the notifications tab right here. And it's super easy to use. I love the fact that I can put my phone on silent. Oh gosh, at the flip of a switch, excuse me. So, and this feels super solid. This button that I cannot press with one hand, it just feels super good. I mean, it feels like it'll last 10 plus years, which is what I've come to expect from Apple products. The screen is super high quality. It's bright. You can see it outside. The speakers are great. The cameras are great. They look great, and they take pictures. Like, they look like they take excellent pictures. And they do. So I've had no issues with the cameras. The video is very stout. We out here. Traffic. Tourists. Out. I love the fact that the 13 Pro Max has stainless steel on the side because it doesn't scratch as easily as aluminum. You still want to have the phone in the case, but I like that extra durability provided by that. The charging port feels very solid. People complain about the lightning port, but I will say this. I've never inserted my charger into the lightning port and felt like, oh man, this is flimsy. I better be super careful or it's going to break. One of the last things I'll say about the hardware is that, man, I love Face Unlock. And one of the things you don't hear a lot about Face Unlock is that it works in complete darkness. So if I'm laying on my couch watching a movie, or if I'm laying in bed and some notification comes up and I pick my phone up, it'll unlock in complete darkness. So I didn't know that. And I was kind of concerned when I first got the phone because I'm like, wow, I like to watch a lot of content in the dark, movies and YouTube and things like that. And it works flawlessly. And when I set up Face Unlock, I was not wearing my glasses, which I typically wear 85% of the time. And I have like 3 or 4 pairs that I rotate throughout the week. And the phone still unlocks using my face with the glasses on or off. So that's great. The phone is fast. It's snappy. So I will give you my final verdict on this phone. And it's that if you want it, it is worth it. So this phone... Let me unlock it. So this phone is excellent. The layout is just super good. It's super snappy. No issues on the phone whatsoever. the ease of use is just, it's so good. I've had no issues, and it's just like a typical iPhone experience. The menus are easy to use and access. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. It is getting kind of lengthy just because there are so many aspects and facets to a smartphone. I will jump on some quick highlights. On this phone, I do have a screen protector over the front of it, and it covers the sensors for face unlock, and it still works flawlessly. I found when looking, the only quality screen protectors I could find, glass ones, all cover the sensors, so it was no big deal. And then also, the speakers on this phone are excellent. They're a little bit better than the S21 Ultra in my opinion, and they are better than the V60. I will also say that the antennas and Bluetooth reception on this phone is the best of any phone I've ever had. Maybe not that much greater than the S21 Ultra, but definitely better than the V60. Also, with the Lightning port, it is better than USB-C just because inside the phone on USB-C, those ports have like a little piece that juts out, and it can be broken more easily, and the port just feels stronger than USB-C. And then also, or lastly, what I meant by if you want it, it's worth it, is that if you want the Apple ecosystem and ease of use, it's 100% worth it. For me, a lot of people at church and church groups use iMessage. It's super easy to use. We're at events. It's easy to airdrop pictures. FaceTime is just easier. And it's just less fuss over figuring out how to do things, in my opinion. So I really love that about this phone, and that makes it totally worth it to me. The only drawback is the content on my channel. I still edit on an S10 5G just because it's easier to add and remove media from the phone on a laptop. That's a whole nother video. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. All right, and one last huge thing I forgot to mention is battery life. The battery life on the iPhone is excellent. It's better than the S21 Ultra. You can look online. Tons of YouTubers have done tests, and you can see clearly the iPhone wins out. And I've noticed with this phone, when I get to 20-25%, I don't worry about rushing home or rushing to a charger. I keep staying on the call, watching the video that I'm watching, because the phone doesn't just drop off at an accelerated rate like I found with Android phones that I've had in the past. So very, very good battery life. I don't even set it on low battery or low power mode whenever the battery gets low. And I, again, don't rush to a charger. So that is an excellent quality.